Hello everybody, hope you're doing well, and we've got a bit of a goof, a bit of a oomph, and a bit of a, well, everything has gone wrong, but my word, there's a lot of stuff to go over. So if you've seen, I've put out a video about the live stream. This video is going to go over some stuff with a loyalty store. Well, I'd say not everything. Like, I was going to do this as like a dissection of the loyalty store, but it looks like we've got an issue when it comes to the Caps Commissary, so I need to kind of go over that. So there's a lot of stuff, there's a hell of a lot of stuff to go over. And I think I plan to make an MCN for Saturday. I don't normally do an MCN on a Saturday, but I feel there's enough things to go over. Tons of things to go over. I've only just been back, like, what, 3 hours whilst I'm recording this video, and it's just go. So lots of things to keep you informed about, look into, deep dives and stuff like that. So part one, the loyalty store has been updated. I mean, I think a lot of you can see that it's been updated. Depending on your specific type of progression, there's going to be different things that are going to be on offer, which I guess is good. So yay. But look, that's the good thing. There's, of course, 7-star loyalty crystal. I'll probably do that, and I'm we'll try and do more of a deep dive of this at a later stage. It's good. It looks good. I don't think there's been a huge amount of changes just from the well, what is it, like? Yeah, just reduction in costs. That's really it. Reduction in costs, improvements in certain places. It's good to see. Well, I was going to say it's good to see like tier 5 basic catalyst fragments there, but 22,500 just seems a bit of a cop out, especially if Kabam offering for 750k. Well, no, mainly for kind of like a one-time purchase stuff and the reset, because I kind of feel like, shouldn't that be more? Shouldn't you be able to get like more volume of that, a purchase limit increase on that? Especially if they're offering +5 and signature stones for 50k loyalty, like you kind of think, well, couldn't they offer a bit better than that? Is what it is with it. But look, we've got some issues for this, especially for the caps. The caps. I think this caps commissary is a bit of a cop out, even. And the loyalty selector bundle, which is, I really wish it would turn a show, but trade and loyalty rewards turn use story blah 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 blah. But I think you get from what I see from other people is that you're getting another 7-star shard, 7-star crystal, so the same one that's in the loyalty, from what I gather. Of course, I want to do that for an opening. I don't want to do it now because we've got a story to go over, issues to go over, and I've been inundated with messages about this one. So of course we've got to look over it because it's not good. There's a very, very annoying typo for this, which we need to kind of get into a bit of a bigger thing. So this kind of like all happened about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. I've been waiting to see if whether or not Command will respond to this. They have since. So that is it's good. We can go into a bit more details in this particular issue. So what's the problem? Well, it all goes back to the start of the Caps Commissary, where you got stuff like, today you'll be able to trade loyalty points for special progression tuned items. If you need a bit of loyalty, you'll also be able to trade in your gold for loyalty for a limited time. That is not the case. That is incorrect. Why is it incorrect? Well, you go to the Caps Commissary, which I'm trying to do on the screen right now, and you go down to the bottom, and it's units. Of course, it's units. This event has already been a bit of a, as I said, bit of a cop-out, bit of a frustration, because the volume of loyalty that you need. And I'm quite fortunate in that I had a lot to begin with. I've been building up some for reasons unknown. I don't know, that I just seem to have accumulated them by chance. So you would have had to have at least 1.5 million loyalty prior to this event. If you didn't, you know, because you may be at a certain point in your life investing in, I don't know, you may not have it. And that's a problem, because it just kind of didn't really kind of ring true with this particular event. But, you know, at least you got that kind of serotonin or positive prep that you could trade in your gold for the loyalty. And it's simply not the case. Simply not the case. And look, like many players have pointed this out, and a bit frustrating. You know, many players pointed out hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, whatever. It'll be 2 hours by the time I get this video out. And yeah, like, it's just not good. It's not good. The problem is with this, it's these little mistakes Kabam make that just kind of like, yeah, just become disappointing. And as Kabam Mike said, this is a typo. As if more things couldn't go wrong with this event. I appreciate that omission. Like, I got to be honest, I didn't really think anyone from Kabam would say that. That is a typo and should have said you can trade your units for loyalty, as seen in the store right now. There are no amount of apologies I can give for this oversight that will alleviate the confusion or frustration over this. But I'm deeply sorry about this. Appreciate that. Honestly, I do appreciate that. I can't kind of like go into kind of like berate, you know, Mike. This is not Mike's issue. It is Mike's issue by proxy, but this is not what him and Jax are responsible for. There's other people responsible for putting this out. It's those other people's responsibility to check over this. Just double check. Here's the thing, like for the work that I do, my 9-to-5 job, I literally have to run, and most of the people for the job, it's a case of like you run data, information, visuals and things you put out multiple times. Again, further example, there's a piece of work that I did, which I got someone to go over. I designed it and kind of went over and they got the data. I had the data to the particular piece of work, and they didn't even notice a mistake, which I ended up putting right and fixing the mistake. So I put out I done a piece of work. They checked the piece of work. We then rechecked the piece of work. All of us thought it was fine, but then I noticed something just before it was about to go out, and I fixed it. That's 5 levels. And I'm not saying Kabam may or may not do this, but it's like, look, it's check once, check twice, check 3 times. Quick message over to like other people running this event. Hey, by the way, I'm going to put this out. This is the event that you're doing. Yeah, I'm doing that event now. But is this correct in this? Because this seems a bit, is this okay? Is this the scheme of the event? Yes. Oh, hang on. I've noticed something. But I don't know if that level. I'm not. Look, I don't work for Kabam. I don't know how they operate when it comes to like checking things over. But you know, you like that element of double checking, triple checking. Do they have the time to triple check, quadruple check? You know, I don't know. But it's funny that have you not heard of proofreading Kabam? It's hardly an isolated incident. Yeah, look. I mean, look, I'm a guy who makes YouTube videos in a sauna, apparently. That's the new meta with me. I'm not a multi-million, $100 million, nearly $1 billion company. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure people will have a word with each other on this one. But yeah. I look at some responses. It's frustrating how with special events like these, exceptions can be made for a mistake accidentally purchased in the Commissary store, which I understand makes total sense because of points, rewards, and such. But it's like summoners can't make any sort of slip up. But when Kabam does it, it's just an oopsie. Sorry, guys. That's a very good point because like you're at a point of when you make decisions, it can. Like, here's the thing. I've been have to be very careful about this event. Why? Cyber Weekend. For me, as a non-spending player, Cyber Weekend is an incredibly important event. To make gains. Not to, like, invest units into, like, you know, completing content. Because a lot of the time, completing the content is, I can, as a Paragon non-spending player, probably get access to some sort of selector. If Kabam were really generous, a 7-star selector. I doubt it, but we also have to look at 6-star selectors. Is there a champion from the last year, 2 years, 3 years that I really want? Then I get a selector. I get to select that specific champion rather than going excessively into arena or casting my luck when it comes to 6-star featured crystals, which I have to hoard out a huge amount of 6-star shards for. So I get a guarantee. But I have to invest a lot of my units into it that I have to farm for free. The same thing when it comes to an event like this. If you're hoarding, which we're kind of not really told to hoard, but you're hoarding gold, you got to make a decision. you can't go wrong with a 6-star rank up gem, whatever it's for your progression. You can't go wrong with that, right? That's going to help you out in the long term. But when it's unit elements to this, you're investing units into rank up bundles, you're investing units into awakening bundles, 6-star shard bundles that gather points, and those points mean something towards an event. You then have a look at the event and the solo event that comes with it, and as well the other element of the 7-star silver warrior you get at the end of it, or 7-star crystal, whatever tickles your fancy. You have to make these kind of decisions of whether or not you want to go further, and I don't actually see any worth in doing it, especially because, as I said, yes, a 7-star crystal, yes, great, thumbs up, but some of the items are good within the store, but I don't personally believe, and I'm happy to take the risk, I don't believe that 20,000 units plus invested into this event is worth it versus waiting for Cyber Weekend, which if you invest 21,000 units, there's a more than likely scenario that you'll get better stuff as a result. And I'm willing to bet my units on that. That's why I'm not going to spend any units on the Caps Commissary and farm up to 21,000 units plus if I can make it in time for this particular event. But yeah, it's very disappointing to see that when these things happen, that, you know, it seems to be very disappointing with it. So yeah, Caps Commissary. I might do a final video on Caps Commissary towards the end of it, maybe Sunday, about this. But yeah, I'm already at a point where I'm just gonna grab some of the gold side of things, some other stuff that is not going to cost me any units, and say thank you, Kabam, for these deals here. Anything that's with a gold, yeah, that's it. Maybe I'll do the 6-star feature to get a 7-star crystal. I don't know how desperate I am to get another 7-star. Do I care? Do I not? Do I want to get some more of the 6-star features? Maybe, because I don't have all of the champions when the new 6-star featured. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, bit of a weird one when it comes to the loyalty store trade-in. Bit of a disappointment. That's been the video. Thoughts on this in the comment section. But, you know, positive from this is that the loyalty store looks good. And I'll probably be doing an opening, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll do those two. We'll have to see. Thanks for watching. Thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you all soon. We've got a lot more videos to make. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.